Is Spider-Man really out of the MCU? Have Sony and Marvel really cut ties? It's August 21st, 2019, and the internet is going crazy. So, regarding the Marvel-Sony deal, I just have one thing to say. Everyone, please chill out. All we know officially regarding the state of the Marvel-Sony Spider-Man deal is that Kevin Feige will not be acting as lead producer of the next Spider-Man film. The rest of the Sony press statement can be taken several different ways, and we have not heard word one from Marvel yet. Every other bit of information we have on this is unsubstantiated rumor from unidentified sources. So, when thinking about this, there are a few things to consider. The first is, number one, Sony may actually be telling the complete truth. It's possible Kevin Feige really does have too much on his plate with incorporating the Fox characters that he has to take a step back and trust Sony to do a good job with the next movie, especially considering Sony's desire to expand on the Spider-Man franchise. In this case, the ties to the MCU would likely stay strong. According to the rumors from the unconfirmed sources, the point of contention is the actual Spider-Man films on the Sony end. So, even if they can't come to another satisfactory agreement regarding the actual split movie production of the Spider-Man films, it's possible for them to reach a number of micro-agreements, to continue sharing characters, or even arrange to make deals on a case-by-case basis. The whole working relationship has not necessarily been scrapped, but a lot of people online are saying exactly that and freaking out. So again, please chill out. Sony and Marvel are not stupid. They can see the fan reaction in the last 24 hours for the mere suggestion of a permanent split. I doubt either side wants to antagonize the fans, so the odds are they will work out some type of arrangement, even if it is along the lines of a case-by-case situation. I doubt they could possibly be dumb enough to kill the deal cold and give the middle finger to the fans. The most likely scenario, in my opinion, is that Spider-Man will occupy a space similar to Marvel TV, where it continues to exist in the universe but is doing more of its own thing. However, even if a deal can't be reached, I expect that Spider-Man will drop in on a few of the Marvel films and that some Marvel characters will still be seen and mentioned in the next Spider-Man film. But the focus will probably be more on Spider-Man and his world than on the big Avengers stuff, and there probably won't be more than a cameo or two of the Marvel Studios characters. So, don't expect the Marvel-Sony relationship to just go away, even if the worst rumors are true and they don't reach any long-term agreement. These people know how rabid and crazy we fans are. I doubt they want to make us too mad. Much of today's news about Spider-Man has mischaracterized recent discussions about Kevin Feige's involvement in the franchise. We are disappointed, but respect Disney's decision not to have him continue as a lead producer of our next live-action Spider-Man film. We hope this might change in the future, but understand that the many new responsibilities that Disney has given him, including all their newly added Marvel properties, do not allow time for him to work on IP they do not own. Kevin is terrific, and we are grateful for his help and guidance and appreciate the path he has helped put us on, which we will continue. So, breaking this statement down, it doesn't sound as though they're saying that Spider-Man is going to be definitely leaving the MCU. So, starting off, it says, most of today's news about Spider-Man has mischaracterized recent discussions about Kevin Feige's involvement in the franchise. This suggests that they're saying that it's been an overreaction, that a lot of the stuff people are saying that Spider-Man is no longer going to be in the MCU may be incorrect. So all we really know for certain is that Kevin Feige is no longer going to be the lead producer of the next live-action Spider-Man film. But it does say they want to continue on the path that he helped put them on, and that again suggests that the Spider-Man films are going to continue to be a part of the MCU, at least in some capacity. And they do say that they hope it might change in the future, so that it sounds as though they're attempting to leave the door open. Now, of course, there have been a lot of talk about some kind of 50-50 demand on Marvel's part, and a lot of money discussions, and Marvel walking away from the negotiating table. But again, all of this is completely unsubstantiated. It has not been officially stated by either party. It has not come from any official source or even a named source willing to come out and say specifically that this is what's happening. It's just rumor at this point. So all we really know is that Kevin Feige is no longer a lead producer of the next Spider-Man film, and that's not even making any statement as to Spider-Man's place in the Marvel end of the movies or any other kind of situations. So right now, I'm going to argue for a cautious optimism on the Spider-Man front until we hear more from Marvel or Sony about what exactly is going on. And even if there is a flat-out split, there's always a chance that it's not going to be a very permanent split. Just as Marvel came back and rehired James Gunn, it's possible that Marvel and Sony can come back and make an agreement. And one also has to remember that the original Marvel-Sony agreement took a long time to hammer out and wasn't really done until they were already in production on Captain America Civil War. So there's a lot of things that can happen between now and the time of the next Spider-Man movie, and it's notable that most of the Marvel Phase 4 films don't really move the ball. So ultimately, I would say, chill out, relax, wait for the story to develop a little bit more before panicking and raging at Sony or raging at Marvel or any of that stuff. Just wait and see.